In this part of this training, you're going to be learning as an HOD how to add your subgroup, how to add departments to SoQuest app and add your subgroups as well, and then assign leaders to the subgroups, and then assign the subgroup you have created to the different locations they are going to be going for soul winning. All right, now once you're already logged in, now you navigate to the menu section of the SoQuest app. Now, if you are using your mobile, you will see that you will not be able to navigate to the menu easily because it's closed. So if you're using a mobile, you will see you will see three lines on top of the screen. Just look at where my mouse is. You see three lines here. Now once you see it, you just click on it or tap on it on your phone. The menu will pop up so you can see all the various menus here. Okay, now the first thing you do as an HOD once you log in is to add your department to SoQuest app. How do you add your department? First, go to the menu, like I said, then scroll down and look for department. Yes, I've seen it. Now click on departments, click on department list. Alright, now once you click on department list, it will bring out the departments already created on the system on SoQuest app for your church, for your parish. Now once you have done this, you will be able to add a new department. Now how do you add your department? Now you go up here, you will see add new departments. Click on add new department. All right, you see where my mouse is pointing. Now click on add new department. Now once you do, you see two form fields. Now first is asking you to enter the name of the department. Now department name and then select leader. All right, so what do? First you just type in the name of your department. So let's say your department is junior church. Junior church. All right, so once you add that, you select your name cell as the leader. Now before you are able to add the department, you must be signed on SoQuest app. You must have created your account as an HOD to SoQuest app. You must be signed up, and then once you are signed up, you will see your name among the various users as here. Now to make it easier for you, you can just type the first three characters of your name. For instance, your name is Roland Celero, and you see your name can pop up. Then what you do, just you click on it and then it will pick. All right, you pick your name. Now you just click on submit. Once you do, all right, you see your department is already added to the portal. The department is already added to SoQuest app, and you will be able to assign subgroups to your department. Now, what is subgroup? Sub-soul winning groups. Sub-soul winning group are the various smaller groups that you create in your department that helps to make the soul winning more concise and more intentional. Now, sub-soul winning groups are maximum of 4 and minimum of 2. Now let's say for instance you have a choir membership of maybe 12, or maybe ushering, you are 6 in your department as an usher, or 12 in your choir. Now what you do, you split them into smaller subgroups. Like I said, the smaller subgroups are maximum 4 and minimum 2. Now, if you have a number of 12 in your department, let's say choir, you are 12. Now, what you do is that you split them into smaller subgroups, and three, let's say three in one in the smaller group, three in another smaller group, three, and then three. 3 times 4, that makes your number 12. Now, as you split them into smaller groups, you're going to also assign leaders to the smaller subgroups. We call them soul winning subgroups or soul winning groups. So now that smaller group of membership of 3 that you have created, you're going to add them to the system. You're going to add them to SoQuest app. Now, each of those smaller groups, you're going to give them a name as well as a leader. Now you can, for instance, you can say choir group 1, choir group 2, or junior church group 1, junior church group 2, junior church group 3. Now, once you do that, you will be able to also assign this smaller subgroup to its destination or a location or route that you want them to go to towards evangelism day. Now, as they meet in church, the first thing you do is to, after the prayers, everybody, you already belong to your smaller groups. You know your department and the smaller groups you belong to meet, and then you go to the location you have been assigned to. Now, how to create subgroups? How do you create so many groups? Now, the first thing you do is to go back to your menu, click on so many things. Are you seeing? Then click on so many groups. All right. Now, once you do this, you will see if there are other so many groups already created. You will see them listed here. All right. Now, I want you to also understand and be aware that it's only so many groups that have one soul, that souls have been added to, that will reflect here. If you have not won souls in your small groups, in your smaller groups, if there's no new soul, if there's no convert in your subgroups, the subgroup will not reflect once you have just added them. They only reflect only when souls are added. Alright, so being aware of that, now how do you add a new soul winning group? Go up here, just see we added departments. Now you see add new soul winning team. You just click on add new soul winning team. Yes. Now you see some forms will pop up, the name of the smaller group, the sub-soul winning group, the location you are sending the sub-soul winning group to, then select the department, select the leader you are assigning to that sub-soul winning group. Now I'll put the name, let's say I'm putting let's say choir group 3, for instance, or choir group 1 or choir group 2, as the case may be. Now you can start from choir group 1, choir group 2, choir group 3, choir group 4, and so have you, depending on the number you have, after splitting your departmental members into smaller groups. Now let's say I'm creating a sub-soul winning group called choir group 3. Now once I do that, I'll put the location I'm assigning this soul winning subgroup to, so that once they meet, they already know the location they are going out to for evangelism, the area they're going to focus on during the mass workers evangelism as they go out often. All right, so let's say I'm assigning this subgroup to Romodare Liozu or Amadran about, so I'll just type the location, or you can say Park Road or Estate Road or whatever the name of the location is. You just say put the name, and then I can just add it up, and that will be it. Sumodara, okay, I can say slash Eliosu. Okay, all right, so that's it. And I'll select the department. So let's say I'm creating the subgroup now in choir. All right, then I'll select the leader. I'm assigning to that subgroup. So again, you can always just search for the name of the person by typing the first 3 letters of of the name of the person you're looking for, then you just pick from there. All right, so okay, let's say I'm picking this person. All right, so as this group subgroup leader, then once I do, I will just have to click on add, submit, and then it is saved. Okay, now that's it. I've added a sub winning group. So that's how to add sub winning group to the departments. So first you start by adding the departments. After adding the department, you will now create the sub-subunit groups. Now, after creating the sub-subunit group, adding them to the system, you also assign the sub-subunit group to a location and assign the subgroup a leader that will lead the subgroup. And then the reason for this is that the subgroup leaders will give report back to the HOD, and then the HOD always report to the pastorate on the evangelism activities that has gone on during the mass focus evangelism outreach and so on. So that's everything that you need to know about adding departments, sub winning groups as an HOD. All right, thank you.